Hey, TD here, Internet Marketers Institute. I want to show you guys something really cool that I found for a long time. I'm juggling couple companies, 6 online stores, and I got tons of projects in the works, man. I'm like one of them guys that never stops working. I'm like I'll sleep when I'm dead. So I've been looking for for a while until I found this. I was looking for an organizational app that I could use for everything, something that was free, and I've tried tons of them. And like nothing, either they cost too much or they were just too confusing to set up, for the regular person, for me, or for anyone for that matter. But and then I came across a site called pintask.me. That's pintask.me. Um, and let me just show you this here. This is actually a really awesome site. You can do so much with this site. You can keep track of your to-do lists. You can save links. Like you can create a new board for anything. Like let's say, for instance, just to show you, you could create a blog post board like I just did here. This is like one of my newer boards. Obviously, you can see there's nothing on here, but you got one, two, three. Let's say you got 3 different blogs. Now you can add. Let's say you just find content and you don't wanna lose track of it. You can add the name here, content, and then whatever your link is. That's not a link, but you could put a link there and then save it, and then you won't forget about it, and then you can go back to it. So I got another one here for a book that I was working on called Sales Power, which is done now. Should check it out. Awesome book, Sales Power. Anyway, so I set a tab for that. Also got like another a product training course that I was working on for our affiliate program, and had some of the resources I started saving here. But right here is really easy to create a new board, and the tutorials are great. They're very easy to understand. Really self-explanatory. Actually, they're right in your home front. But create a new board. You can change this. You can change whatever's going on up here. And what's really cool here, you can also edit your settings, which will edit your images. You can edit the background that appears. You see, I got a GIF or a image of Mr. Michael Jordan, who is my man. I'm from the 90s, so Michael's my man. But really cool though. You know what I mean? You can do a lot of stuff with this app. And a lot of people I talk to, like, and I tell people about this app, they don't really know about it or never heard of it, and that's why I wanted to just kind of make a video about it, because man, it's a really good app for your desktop or your mobile. I use it on my desktop mostly. And it's completely free, and I mean you can do I mean you can literally track your whole day, your whole week, your whole month, your whole year, and I always write my goals down every day, but you could do really pretty much everything with this here. So like when you first open it up, or when you first, like, set up an account, you'll be given a home front, and all these tabs will have, like, as you can see, this is the one I use the most. I got a to-do list, useful resources and links, contacts and docs, bills. Now it could be organized a little bit, because I'm like, one of them, I pin when I see something, I pin it. Um, and so like here, just like this, all these tabs, I don't know if you want to call them tabs or whatever you want to call them, but they'll have like tutorials or informative text, so you can easily figure this out. It's really not complicated at all. In fact, it's really actually pretty easy. And another thing I want to show you on that note is you can actually do some really cool things with your actual board. Now each board has an actual email. I really haven't used this, or I don't, so I'm not sure. It looks like you can edit it. I'm not sure. This is something I don't use. I mean, I just don't have the need for it. But as an owner of the board, you can add members. So like let's say you got employees and you want to share content or whatever with them, kind of like 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 a Yahoo Messenger or whatever. Maybe not like a Yahoo Messenger, but basically a communication format. You can add members and share your content. You can change the color of your board. Um, let's move this for a minute. You can pretty much do anything. You can archive your board. And here too, if you publish your board, your content will actually be indexed by Google. So it goes live when you publish it. Now, if you just want it to stay between you and whoever you add, don't publish the board. Okay. Here's where you delete it. But I don't publish my boards because that's um, actually I probably could publish a couple of them like the sales power or whatever, but it depends on what you're using it for, you know. I mean, but bottom line is you have the option to do a ton of stuff. You can copy or clone your board, and you can even integrate. Speaking of a communication app, you can integrate Slack, and which is if you don't know what Slack is, go ahead and check it out. It's a pretty cool app that would allow you to do like instant messaging with customers or employees or whatever. But um, pretty cool actually. And actually, now that I think about it, you can either open the board up right here like I did. Otherwise, this top tab here is basically your, it controls everything. Okay, so I mean, like right here, you can integrate a calendar, like a Google Calendar or whatever, to keep track of like to-do lists or whatever. Outlook, you know, whatever it is. Um, this just shows your list, and then here, this opens up your settings again. So I mean, there's just really a lot that you can do. You can keep, like I said, I'll keep track of all your projects, your to-do list. I mean, the possibilities are really endless. And I really haven't even scratched the surface with what I can do with this app. But I'll tell you what, I started using it about, I'd say about a month and a half ago or so, and man, it's really, really helped. Exactly what I was looking for to stay organized. I mean, it has everything I needed. I use it every day. In fact, if all these tabs are closed up here, this one stays open because I can keep track of everything. I never forget um, where something is. If I find some useful content, I never lose it or save it to a folder and forget where I put it. I mean, not everyone's perfectly organized. Some people are, but not everyone is, and I'm not one of them people, which is why this really, really helps. So, for whatever kind of business you got, especially like for internet marketers too, man, this is an awesome app. So, I hope you check it out, pintasks.me. And once you check it out and play around with it, and I turned you on to this, man, all I ask, man, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment, say, hey, dude, thanks for turning me on to this app. I love it. It's free, and yeah, it's helpful. So I appreciate you watching. See you in the next video.